users make whatever widgets they want from anywhere on the web. And we want you guys to keep making more widgets too, because your 3,000 widgets are phenomenal. And for those of you who are not using Dashcode, Dashcode ships in every copy of Leopard. And so you can use Dashcode. It's our amazing tool that lets you create widgets in a fraction of the time. And if you're not using it, I'd strongly suggest you do. So 3 really cool things happening in Leopard about widgets and Dashboard. Number 9, iChat. Let's talk about iChat. We have gotten so much feedback about video conferencing. It's incredibly heartening. So many people have used video conferencing to stay in touch with their kids when they go off to college, to tie their families together, some really in some heartwarming ways. And we've also shipped, as you know, now that we have video cameras in most of our Macs, we've shipped an app called Photo Booth, which seems to vie with MySpace for an app that kids want to spend hours and hours and hours on. And so we're going to bring some of that fun over to iChat as well. First of all, we got better audio quality with a new AAC codec called Low Delay. Tab chats, which has been a big request. Photo booth effects now in iChat. iChat Theater, which we think will be very, very cool. And as well as backdrops. So you're all familiar with, of course, what it means to have tab chats. It really cleans up your desktop when you're on multiple chats. You can imagine what photo booth effects are going to look like. iChat Theater, instead of having a multi-party conference, it lets you actually take applications like iPhoto and others and put them right on the screen. You can even expand it to full screen to show off your latest photos or even keynote slideshows. And so let me give you a feel for what this is like for iChat. So what I'm going to do is just launch iChat here. I don't have a lot of buddies, just Phil. And so I'm going to see if he wants to video chat with me here. Hi, Phil.
Hey, Steve.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How's the keynote going?
I'll tell you in half an hour or so. But can you help me show everybody what iChat's like in Leopard?
Oh, there's a lot of great features, sure. Well, let me start with iChat Theater. We're in the middle of an iChat right now, and while we're having this iChat, I can show you all different kinds of things. So, for example, maybe I have a slideshow I created of a recent vacation. So I go to iPhoto, and I hit play, and it starts playing right in iChat. So I can show you my photos.
Very cool. I'm going to go into full screen here, so we can just see in full screen. Look at that.
So that's cool. You're seeing the same photos I am across the internet in iChat. When that works with iPhoto, I can do the same kind of thing with the presentation. Maybe I want to show you a keynote presentation. I go into Keynote, and I choose to view it in iChat Theater, and now you're seeing the same presentation as me. As I click on the slides, you're going to see the transitions and effects, just like you're right here with me watching a keynote presentation.
Very cool.
Those are pictures and slides. I can do the same thing with video. So I'm going to grab a home movie. Maybe I recently created a movie and I want to show you. So I drag it right in to our iChat session, and it starts playing. So that's cool. Now we do that using that amazing Quick Look technology. So really, anything that works with Quick Look can work inside iChat Theater. So for example, I can go and quick look on my machine a PDF document, and there's a button to send it right to you in iChat Theater. And now we're looking at a PDF together.
Wow.
And it works with all the Quick Look types of documents that have plugins. Yeah, is that cool? So for example, I can go and grab an Excel spreadsheet, and I can start showing you a whole workbook. There's actually pages in the workbook I can flip through. And it doesn't matter what kind of content it is. If Quick Look supports it, we can do it in iChat Theater.
Wow.
So that's iChat Theater.
That's very cool. So tell me about these backdrops.
Oh, backdrops are a lot of fun. So all I have to do is go into my effects window in iChat and select the backdrop. And iChat will ask me to step out of the frame, so it finds the background, and once it's found it, I can step back, and now I'm in that background. That is so cool. And now that I've done that, I can select all different kinds of backgrounds, and they'll just pop right in place.
Very
So
cool.
that's backgrounds.
So tell me about some of the other photo booth effects we can do. Can you give me-
Okay. Well, we've taken effects just like with Photo Booth. Here's one called Thermal that we had in Photo Booth. So a lot of the effects, a lot of the effects that are in Photo Booth we can do now in iChat. And they're more fun when you do them live with your friends. All different kinds of cool things. You know. This is a really fun one. It's like in Star Wars with the hologram. Those are cool, but I saved the best for last. This one's a lot of fun. So, this is taking a photo with an Alpha Channel mask for the mouth. And it finds my mouth in the camera and places it in the center. And if I'm actually a little slow, it'll actually do some color balancing as well and try to get me to look just like our first president, George Washington. Now this is cool. You can imagine all the kinds of people you can have a lot of fun with. So. I love my Mac. So I will push it. I can have a lot of fun with this.
Thank you, Phil.
You're welcome. See you. Bye, everyone.
We figured that was the only way we were ever going to get Steve to join us in one of our keynotes. So the new iChat and Leopard is pretty cool. We think that it's very useful with things like iChat Theater and a whole lot of fun with things like backgrounds and some of the stuff you saw. So that's iChat. And number 10 is, of course, Time Machine. And as we talked about before, you know, we're using our computers not just to store our work documents, but really our digital lives. We've got things on our computers now that used to be in our precious shoeboxes, would never get lost. But if you lose these things now, if you just lose one precious photograph, you're going to be really bummed. Imagine if you lost your whole library of photographs. We've got very precious stuff on our computers, and yet almost no one backs up their computer automatically. Almost all of us do not. And so we are just walking time bombs waiting to happen in terms of having something go wrong and misplacing some information, mistakenly deleting it, or worse. And this is what Time Machine is all about. We like to solve these problems in such a simple way that everyone actually uses it. So, Time Machine lets you set up backup with just one click. You click it on, it does everything, it automatically backs up everything. You don't have to tell it what you want backed up or not, it just backs up everything. And it'll back it up to a local hard drive or a network server, and it'll even back it up wirelessly. And so you can hang a hard drive off of your Mac if you want to, or you can go get an Airport Extreme base station and plug a drive into it and do it wirelessly. As a matter of fact, all the Macs in your house can share one base station and a drive if you get a bigger drive to back up all the Macs in your house wirelessly on one drive, all completely automatically. So that handles the backup. What happens if something goes wrong and you need to go find a file? Well, Time Machine now lets you search back in time for lost files using Spotlight Search. Back in time. And you can preview files you find and make sure they're the right ones with Quick Look. And if they are, you can restore them with one click, and you can even restore your entire Mac.